You probably think your nights are for rest, right? The time when your body resets, heals, and recharges. But what if I told you that some of the things you're doing before bed, tiny little habits you might not even think twice about, are quietly wrecking your sleep, slowing your metabolism, and making you wake up groggy, tired, and moody the next morning? Yeah, this one's gonna hit close to home, because these mistakes are way more common than you think. Look, I get it. We've all had those nights when we just want a little comfort snack or a quick scroll on the phone before bed. You tell yourself, just 5 minutes, or just a small bite, and the next thing you know, you're tossing and turning for hours, wondering why your brain won't shut off. The truth is, your body isn't fighting you, it's reacting to what you've been doing before bed. And when you understand how these small actions affect your hormones, your brain, and your energy, the next day, everything starts to make sense. So, let's start with the big one, the one that quietly messes up your sleep and your fat-burning hormones every single night without you realizing it. Fatustum. Habit number 1. Junk carbs before bed. You knew this one was coming. The late-night cookies, cereal, crackers, or even that so-called healthy granola bar, it's all the same story. Here's the thing, when you eat carbs right before bed, your blood sugar spikes. That sugar rush might make you feel sleepy for a moment, but what happens next is the real problem. Your blood sugar crashes in the middle of the night, and your body releases stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline to bring it back up. Guess what that means? You wake up around 2 a.m. or 3 a.m., wide awake, heart slightly racing, wondering why your mind suddenly feels alert again. But that's not all. Eating sugar or refined carbs before bed also shuts down one of your most powerful nighttime hormones, growth hormone. This hormone spikes while you sleep, and it's crucial for burning fat, repairing tissues, and building muscle. Think of it as your body's internal repair and recovery system. When you raise your blood sugar before bed, that growth hormone release gets blunted, so instead of your body focusing on healing and fat burning, it's busy dealing with all that glucose floating around. And let's be real, this habit doesn't just ruin your sleep, it ruins your progress too. Imagine this, you hit the gym, crush your workout, feel great, and then you eat a bowl of ice cream at 10 p.m. You basically just canceled half the benefits of that workout. Because instead of repairing muscle and burning fat while you sleep, your body's trying to clean up a sugar mess. Now here's where it gets sneaky. Most people think, well, I'll just skip breakfast tomorrow, that'll balance it out. But when your blood sugar spikes and crashes overnight, it triggers cravings the next day. You'll wake up craving something sweet or carby, not because you lack willpower, but because your body's trying to stabilize. It's a vicious cycle. Poor sleep leads to poor food choices, which leads to even worse sleep. And before you know it, you're in this endless loop of tired days and restless nights. So here's a small tip that makes a massive difference. Give your body at least 3 hours between your last meal and bedtime. And if you really need something, go for something protein-based or a light-fat snack, like a small handful of nuts or a boiled egg. Your sleep hormones will thank you, your body will thank you, and you'll wake up feeling clearer than you have in years. Habit number 2. Screens and bright lights before bed. Okay, let's talk about something that every single one of us is guilty of. Screens. Your phone, your laptop, your TV, even that bright bathroom light when you brush your teeth. These things are literally sending stay awake signals to your brain right when it should be winding down. Here's what's happening behind the scenes. Your body has a hormone called melatonin. It's the sleep signal, the chemical that tells your body, hey, it's dark, time to rest. Nansure, shi, nansta. But melatonin is light sensitive, especially to blue light, which is what screens emit. Even a small amount of light, something as little as 8 lux, which is about the brightness of a dim nightlight, can suppress melatonin production. And your phone? That's around 30 lux. So when you're lying in bed scrolling through social media or replying to one last email, you're basically telling your brain, it's daytime, stay alert. What most people don't realize is that melatonin isn't just about sleep. It's also one of the body's most powerful antioxidants. It helps detoxify cells, repair DNA, and reduce inflammation. When you suppress melatonin, you're not just losing sleep, you're losing the natural nighttime repair process that keeps you healthy at a cellular level. It's like skipping the cleanup crew that keeps your system in balance. You might have noticed this. After spending time on your phone at night, you don't just take longer to fall asleep. You also wake up feeling unrested, even if you got 8 hours. That's because blue light doesn't just make it harder to fall asleep. It reduces the amount of deep, restorative sleep you get, especially delta wave and REM sleep, the two stages that repair your brain and consolidate memory. That's why you feel foggy or forgetful after a week of bad sleep. Shift workers know this all too well. People who work night shifts and are exposed to light at night have significantly higher risks of health problems, everything from hormonal imbalances to cancer. In fact, the World Health Organization even classifies chronic night shift work as a probable carcinogen. That's how much light can mess with your biology. So what can you do? About an hour before bed, start dimming the lights in your home. If you have smart bulbs, set them to a warm, reddish tone. Avoid overhead lighting and definitely avoid screens. If you absolutely have to use your phone, turn on night mode and lower the brightness all the way down. Blue blocking glasses help too, but honestly, nothing beats simply unplugging. Think of this hour before bed as sleep prep. Just like athletes warm up before a game, your body needs time to transition into rest mode. Try it for a week, dim the lights, skip the screens, and see how differently you feel in the morning. Most people notice a massive difference in just a few nights. Let's be honest, after a long, stressful day, a drink can feel like the easiest way to unwind. You pour yourself a glass of wine or crack open a beer, thinking it'll help you relax and fall asleep faster. And you're right, at first, it does make you sleepy. But here's the problem. Alcohol doesn't help you sleep. It knocks you out. And there's a big difference. See, true sleep is when your brain and body go through several deep restorative cycles. That's when tissue repair happens, memories consolidate, and hormones like growth hormone and melatonin do their thing. But when you drink alcohol, your body treats it like a toxin that needs to be processed and eliminated. So while you might be unconscious, your liver is wide awake, working overtime to detoxify that alcohol instead of repairing your tissues. And that's why you wake up after a night of drinking feeling dehydrated, foggy and anxious, even if you technically slept for 8 hours. The alcohol kept your body in cleanup mode all night instead of rest mode. It also messes with your REM sleep. That's the deep dream phase where emotional processing happens. Skip enough REM sleep, and you'll start noticing mood swings, irritability, and higher stress levels during the day. But here's the kicker. Alcohol also spikes your stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline, even though it feels relaxing at first. It's a chemical illusion. That's why you wake up around 3 a.m. with your heart racing and your brain wide awake. It's your body trying to deal with the alcohol's rebound effect. Plus, alcohol drains your electrolytes, especially magnesium, and depletes vitamin B1, the vitamin that keeps your nerves calm. Low B1 equals more anxiety, more restlessness, and a harder time falling asleep the next night. It's a vicious cycle. If you're used to having a drink before bed, I get it. You're probably thinking, then what do I do instead? Here's a little trick that actually works. Try warm water with magnesium glycinate before bed. The magnesium helps relax your muscles and lower cortisol, while the glycinate increases GABA in your brain. That's the neurotransmitter that calms your nervous system. It gives you that same relaxed feeling alcohol gives, but without wrecking your sleep quality. And if you miss the taste or the ritual, try kombucha tea. It's bubbly, slightly tart, and feels like you're having a drink, but it has almost no alcohol. It satisfies that habit without the hangover or the hormone chaos. And, let's be clear, if you want to have a drink, do it earlier in the evening, like with dinner, not right before bed. Your liver, and your sleep, will thank you in the morning. Habit number 4. Late night junk food and seed oils. Now let's talk about something that might surprise you. The type of fat you eat at night matters just as much as how late you eat. We're talking about fried foods, chips, crackers, or anything cooked in seed oils like canola, soybean, or sunflower oil. These are what I call fake fats. They've been processed, overheated, and stripped of nutrients, turning them into inflammatory time bombs. Here's what happens when you eat these before bed. Your digestive system has to work overtime to process all that grease. Your gallbladder and liver jump into action, releasing bile to break down those fats, and that process can make you feel bloated, heavy, and restless. So instead of your brain winding down, your gut is sending signals like, hey, we've got work to do. That's why so many people who eat fried or greasy foods before bed wake up feeling puffy, stiff, or achy the next morning. There's also another sneaky problem. Provo. Seed oils directly interfere with melatonin, your sleep hormone. Studies show that these highly oxidized oils create inflammation in your cells, which disrupts melatonin's ability to do its job. That means even if you fall asleep, your body isn't getting deep, restorative rest. It's like putting your body to bed but leaving your brain half awake. And if you've ever woken up with a weird stiffness in your joints or that inflamed feeling, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Those oils don't just mess with your sleep, they cause oxidative stress throughout your body, and over time that leads to premature aging, fatigue, and even insulin resistance. So what can you do instead? If you crave something salty before bed, skip the chips and just use real sea salt. Seriously, put a few grains on your tongue and let them dissolve. Your body might just be craving minerals, not food. When your sodium levels are low, your adrenal glands release cortisol to compensate, which actually keeps you awake. That's why a tiny pinch of salt before bed can sometimes help you sleep better. Or even better, make sure your dinner includes enough healthy fats like olive oil, avocado, or grass-fed butter. That way, your body gets the good fats it needs earlier in the evening, and you won't crave junk later. And one more thing, never underestimate how hard your liver works at night. When you overload it with fried foods and sugar, it can't do its real job, detoxifying the rest of your body. Give it a break. When you go to bed light and clean, you'll wake up feeling clear, not cloudy. Habit number 5, sleeping pills and sedating antihistamines. Alright, this one's going to ruffle some feathers. Sleeping pills. Whether it's over-the-counter antihistamines or prescription sedatives, a lot of people use these as their go-to fix when they can't fall asleep. But here's the truth. Sleeping pills don't give you real sleep. They give you a chemical sedation. And there's a big difference between being unconscious and being truly restored. Think about it. If those pills really helped you sleep, you'd wake up refreshed, energized, and focused. But what happens instead? You wake up groggy, foggy, and maybe even more tired than the night before. That's because the drug is forcing your brain into a shallow sleep state. Not the deep, natural cycles your body needs to detoxify, restore, and balance hormones. Now, I'm not saying you should throw away your meds cold turkey. Always talk to your doctor before making any changes. But what I want you to understand is that sleeping pills are not fixing the root problem, they're just masking it. And over time, your brain builds tolerance. The same dose that worked before stops working. So you take more and more and more, until your sleep becomes even worse without them. And here's something people rarely talk about. Many sedatives suppress REM sleep, the stage where your brain resets, where emotional balance happens. That's why long-term users often experience memory issues, lack of focus, or emotional flatness. Your brain literally isn't getting the maintenance it needs. I've been there myself. Years ago, after a week of crazy work deadlines, I took an over-the-counter sleeping aid just to knock myself out. I didn't sleep, I passed out, and the next morning I felt like a zombie. My brain was foggy, my energy was gone, and I promised myself I'd never do that again. Because here's the truth. You can't fake real sleep. So instead of forcing your body to sleep, help it sleep naturally. Try magnesium glycinate like I mentioned earlier, or herbal teas like chamomile and lemon balm. Practice a nighttime wind-down routine. No screens, dim lights, maybe a warm shower, maybe journaling. Once your brain starts associating those habits with rest, your body will follow naturally. The key is consistency. Your body craves rhythm. If you go to bed around the same time every night and wake up around the same time, even on weekends, your sleep hormones will start syncing again. Within a couple of weeks, you'll notice you don't even need the pills anymore. Your body remembers how to do it on its own. Habit number 6, scrolling, streaming, and blue light overload. Let's be honest, almost everyone does this. You get in bed, the lights are off, you grab your phone and tell yourself, just 5 more minutes. Before you know it, it's midnight and you're still scrolling. Here's the problem. That phone screen is like a tiny sun in your face. The blue light it emits hits your retina and signals your brain to stay alert. It suppresses melatonin, the hormone that tells your body, hey, it's dark, time to sleep. So even if you feel tired, your brain thinks it's still daytime. But it goes deeper than light. The constant stream of social media notifications, short-form videos, and emotional headlines keeps your brain in a loop of micro-stimulation. It's like eating spoonfuls of sugar. You get a quick dopamine hit, but then you crash. That crash leads to restlessness, anxiety, and that heavy, wired but tired feeling that makes real sleep impossible. There's even research showing that just 2 hours of screen exposure before bed can delay melatonin production by up to 90 minutes. That means your body literally can't enter its sleep mode on time. So what's the fix? Try this simple two-step detox. Digital sunset. Pick a screens-off time, at least 1 hour before bed. Use that time for something analog, reading, stretching, journaling, or listening to calm music. Warm light only. If you must use your phone, install a blue light filter or wear amber-tinted glasses. They block the blue spectrum and trick your brain into winding down naturally. And if you've ever wondered why you dream less when you fall asleep to Netflix or YouTube, it's because your brain is overstimulated. When you shut it all off and allow silence back in, you'll start dreaming vividly again. That's your nervous system healing itself. Habit number 7, ignoring emotional stress before bed. This one's subtle but incredibly powerful. Many people lie in bed physically exhausted but mentally wide awake, replaying arguments, worrying about bills, or thinking about tomorrow's to-do list. That's emotional stress. And it's one of the most destructive nighttime habits of all. See, stress releases cortisol and adrenaline, which are daytime hormones. They raise your heart rate and blood pressure, the exact opposite of what you need for deep sleep. If you go to bed while your cortisol is high, your body never fully enters rest and repair mode. But here's the good news. You can retrain your nervous system to let go before bed. Try this 5-minute stress ritual tonight. Breathe, 4-7-8 pattern. Inhale through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold for 7. Exhale through your mouth for 8. This activates your vagus nerve and lowers cortisol almost instantly. Write down your worries. Literally empty your thoughts onto paper. Once they're written down, your brain stops looping them. Gratitude shift. End by listing 3 small things you're thankful for. Gratitude raises serotonin and flips your emotional state from threat mode to peace mode. Remember, your body can't rest if your mind feels unsafe. The goal isn't to eliminate stress, it's to teach your body that bedtime is a signal for calm, not chaos. Bonus tip: the ultimate night routine reset. Now that we've gone through all 7 habits, let's put it all together into one simple, science-based routine that anyone can follow. 1. 2 hours before bed. Finish your last meal, avoid sugar, refined carbs, and fried foods. Stick to light proteins and healthy fats like salmon, avocado, or eggs. 2. 1 hour before bed, shut down screens, dim your lights, maybe stretch, read, or take a warm shower. 3. 30 minutes before bed, sip warm magnesium tea or herbal chamomile. Add a pinch of sea salt if you crave something savory. 4. Just before bed, take 3 slow breaths, relax your shoulders, and remind yourself, this is my time to restore. When you repeat this rhythm consistently, your circadian clock starts syncing again. You'll fall asleep faster, stay asleep longer, and wake up genuinely refreshed, not groggy. Closing segment: the truth about sleep and healing. Let me leave you with this thought. Your body is not lazy. It's trying to heal. Every night it wants to detoxify, repair tissues, balance hormones, and reset your mind. But when you sabotage it with these habits, junk food, alcohol, screens, stress, you're essentially fighting against your own biology. The real secret isn't taking another supplement or sleeping pill. It's creating the right environment for your body to do what it already knows how to do. Heal itself. So tonight, try breaking just one of these habits. Maybe skip the midnight snack or put your phone in another room. Notice how you feel tomorrow morning. Then do a little more the next night. Small steps compound fast. Remember, better sleep means better hormones, better energy, better focus, and ultimately a better life. So, protect your nights. They're your body's repair time. Sleep well, and I'll see you in the next video. You probably think your nights are for rest, right? The time when your body resets, heals, and recharges.